Good morning, everybody. Welcome. Cat Nation Live. Ready to rock, ready to roll on this beautiful and blessed Saturday morning. Could be a lot more blessed if I wasn't, head cold, sick, sinus infection, something like that. But nonetheless, ready to rock and roll today. Ready to make that money. Ready to be here. Ready to get the job done. What is going on, everybody? Happy Saturday. Happy college football Saturday. Do apologize for no live show the last couple days. Today did not start out the way that we wanted it to as far as how I felt. Yesterday was supposed to be a better day, and it was, and then woke up today, and it was like fucking freight train just smacked me right in my face. So, nonetheless, we're here. Gennaro, thank you, brother. Thank you. Appreciate that. Just feel better. I do appreciate that. PAX is a lot of action today. Damn straight a lot of action today. That's why I'm forcing myself to go live. Dennis, what's going on, man? Joe, what's going on? I bet with the GOAT, what's going on? How are you? Hopefully everybody is doing well. Bear with me today, all right? Bear with me today. We're going to be a little slow. Not going to be live for long because I woke up this morning, like I was saying, literally felt like a freight train hit me right in the face. And then add in the fact that I literally, an hour and a half ago at 8:30 Pacific time, I was still wondering if I was even going to be able to talk. A couple cough drops, some throat spray, and we're back in action. I don't know for how long, though. So we're going to go for a little while. We're going to go probably live for half hour, 45 minutes. The plan is to attempt to get FC's ugly mug on here. Who knows if we'll be able to or not. Boy may not even fit on the screen. He's been enjoying those steak and lobsters with all his winnings. He's actually logged in. I see him over there trying to flex. I see him on there remotely. He needs to put his arms down. But we'll bring him on here in a little bit. And we'll have some fun. And we'll let him talk UFC and some good stuff. And some good big stuff is right around the corner for you guys. That is for sure. So let's see here. Holy shit. We are able to bring him on the screen. So, whoa. Look what the cat's going to drug in for you guys. You guys are going to be in for a treat today. Now, who knows? Maybe you guys won't be able to hear him. Maybe you will. We're going to test it out today. We're going to see. And we're going to have some fun. So we'll jump right into it. And the man, the myth, the legend, you guys will at least see his ugly mug today. I asked him to wear a mask. He said no. But just know, I had your guys' best interest at heart, okay? I had your best interest at heart when I requested it. But yeah, that'll be here in a little bit, probably 20, 25 minutes. We'll take a look at some college football. No, you guys did not miss any early action games, all right? I did not give out any early plays today. Personal plays did not get any early plays. Premium plays did not have any early games, just so you know. Premium plays coming off that big 3-0 day yesterday, killing it. If you were on my game of the week yesterday, it was a much-needed bounce back after the Dodgers' disaster in the bottom of the 10th when they gave up a 3-run walk-off home run to literally put the dagger in our hopes and dreams on Wednesday night. It's funny, I've been to 2 Diamondbacks games this year, right? Is it 2? 3. I've been to 3 Diamondbacks games. All 3 with my daughter. And the first one and then the last one all ended with a D-backs win by a walk-off home run. Shitty. Prime time, how do I feel about Bama laying 49.5? Anytime you got to lay 50 fucking points to win, I generally stay off of it, although they should win. I mean, look at Michigan against UConn up 24-0. Virginia Tech against Wofford up 20-0. Baylor just had a nice big stand against Texas State. They're up 14-0 with the ball back. Oklahoma smoking Nebraska 21-7. Georgia up over South Carolina 21-0. You know, when you're laying those big numbers, you should blow them out. But winning by 50 is a lot of points. So I tend to stay off of it. I bet with the GOAT, how much did I have on the game of the year? I had a total to win 70, so it was minus $1.30. So I had a little over 90 and change, like a little less than I actually got some good odds at the end. People, I got so much hate, and I made a third of it back so far with Game of the Week. I'll make another third back today with Guaranteed Saturday. So I'll be back to normal, in a couple of days. It is what it is. It sucks, But I took so much heat because, generally speaking, you guys didn't know who Michael Grove was, and you guys are like, "Oh, you're a fucking moron. You're picking this rookie pitcher nobody knows anything about." Let me guess. The Dodgers know about him, right? Obviously, if he's in the farm team and he's getting called up from fucking AAA, and this wasn't his first call-up, and if you guys have ever seen it before, you guys know what study is and what his study will be. When he finally gets a spot in that rotation. Right, now I know there's music playing in the background. I'll get that stopped. I don't know why it's playing, but we'll get that stopped. Yeah, I got the music stopped for you guys. I don't know why that happened. But yeah, Michael Grove, I got so much heat, it was insane. It was like, you don't know who this pitcher is, he sucks. Okay. He gave up 2 hits. It just sucks. His only 2 hits were solo home runs. But I got exactly what I expected out of him, which was 5 innings and 2 to 3 hits. And unfortunately, the 2 to 3 hits happened to be solo home runs. So you can't do nothing about that. Can't do nothing about that. But hey, you bounce back strong. It is what it is. And until next year, until next year, I'll have another big one. Maybe the company will have one in a week or 2. I don't know. Just depends. I was reading something. But yeah, it is what it is. All right, jumping right into it. A little 1 p.m., actually 2 p.m. Eastern time action. College football. I've got some plays on it. Premium Plays got some plays on it. And on a couple of the games. So we're going to bounce around. We're going to take a look really quickly. Because I'm going to be honest, I'm fading fast with my voice. And we want to bring old Big Boy on the live show and see what he can do for you guys as well. He'd probably be stingy and not give you guys a free play out of the UFC, but I'm going to make him. All right? We're going to make him do that. See if I can log into my stats here. Give me a second, guys. There we go. Logging into the stats. Alrighty, let's see here. All right, FC, stop texting me. Let us get this show on the road so we can bring your ugly ass on. Mauricio, what's going on? Les, good morning, sir. Who's going to be at the Rams game tomorrow? I will be at the Rams game. Thank you, Bobby. Appreciate it, man. Thank you, I bet with the GOAT. I'd rebet it as well. They had plenty of opportunities. Thank you, Queen Star. I went to the doctor yesterday, and they're like, yeah, it's just a head cold. It'll be gone in a couple of days. Gave me some prednisone so I could breathe, so I'll start taking that today, and I'll be good to go for tomorrow. We'll be out in L.A. later on this evening, and we'll be at the Rams game tomorrow. hanging out. Rams, Falcons. So who's all there? Who's tailgating? If you are, send me a text message. We'll have some fun. All right, so we're going to fly through a couple of these games. We're not going to do the full in-depth breakdown because I'm not going to be live for too long because I'm going to be honest, need to rest up if we want to have a good show tomorrow as well. I'll be filming it from LA, from the hotel. Peter, I'm doing okay. Woke up, felt like a freight train hit me right in the face, but I've got some prednisone, and the doctor said it was just a little head cold, so should be good to go. Right, Joe? They should hurt when you lose a monster one, but they should never kill you. You know what I mean? Who do I think will win the Super Bowl? I think the Bucs win it if their receivers stay healthy. The Bills will choke somewhere along the way. Oh, man. We're yawning this morning. Need more coffee. All right, so flying through a couple of these, then we're going to bring FC on. Rutgers, Temple. Rutgers laying a big number on the road against Temple, who's 1-1 on the year, 2-0 for Temple. 2-0 for Rutgers, who had their big 66-7 win over Wagner. Obviously, that's a gimme game for them. And before that, what'd they have? They had Boston College, where they barely beat them by one. Temple 1-1 on the year, coming off their win over Lafayette, 30-14. They did lose to Duke, where they got shut out 30-0. What do I expect in this one? I expect a whole lot of madness. Rutgers smoked them last year, 61-14. They ran all over them. What to expect? They're laying 18 on the road. First of all, I think 18 is a lot of points, but I'm going to steer clear of it. But one thing that stands out to me, one thing that I liked, one thing that I actually really liked was the total on this one. Total is sitting at 43. I think it's really low, and I'm going to be betting the over. All right, I'm going to be betting the over. This one starts in 46 minutes. We're going to put this one as a free play. We need to get that Mevo camera fixed so that way we could activate the live interactive board up there and we could write them down again. But we're going to just give you guys a free play right off the bat on Rutgers. And I know a lot of people are on the under. A lot of people are on the under, but it's okay. I don't like to be where everybody else is. I like to be where I want to be, not where the money's at or where so-and-so's betting. I like to be where I want to be. Rutgers, Temple, over 43 points. You might even see 42.5. Mo, what's going on, man? I bet with the GOAT. I did not watch the game, to be honest. I closed on a new house yesterday, and at like 4 o'clock my time, I got the keys, so I was over there, and little one was swimming in the pool, and I was meeting with painters and tile guys and stuff like that yesterday, and then was supposed to change the locks, but got a little carried away and didn't get the locks changed, so we're going to go do that here shortly, and then I'm headed to LA. Going to be a great day today, folks. Going to be a great day today. All right, so free play, Rutgers, Temple, over 43. Let's just throw that one right out there. I did put it in the comment section. Mo, what's going on, man? What's going on? Down 35 pounds and feeling strong, Little noodle arms are growing. I'll tell you one thing. My legs hurt from doing legs. I did legs on Thursday, and it's Saturday. My legs hurt so bad still today that it hurts to squat down, to sit on a toilet and take a crap, or sit in a chair, or get in the car. My legs are on fire. It's like if you look at my little noodle legs, my little chicken legs, it's like don't look at them because it hurts when you look at them, literally. But yeah, lost a lot of weight. Now we're growing, and having some fun. Yeah, Ronald, definitely under the weather with a little head cold. You hear the sniffles. Felt like a freight train smacked me right in the truck today. And I'm pretty sure I know what it was. It's been a lot of go. Allergies. The weather just started switching in Arizona. It's cooling off at night. I always get allergies. I wasn't on my allergy medicine. Turned into a head cold. Hopefully it stays away from a sinus infection. Because somehow I got to rest and be at the Rams game tomorrow. Now, here's one that's interesting to me. Ohio State and Ohio. Ohio State's only laying 20 against Ohio. Excuse me, Iowa State in Ohio. Iowa State laying 20. If you guys remember, I did give out Iowa State last week. Thank you. Thank you, plus the points. They got the job done in a super low-scoring affair, as predicted, 10-7. Sorry, Jeff, if you're watching, brother. Ohio, on the other hand, got smoked by Penn State 46-10. Now, Iowa State, so far this year, they beat Southeastern Missouri State 42-10. And then in a low-scoring defensive game, they beat Iowa 10-7. Thank you, Gennaro, man. I appreciate it. I've never felt better in my adult life. That's God's honest truth. I have never felt better. Which I could talk. Never felt better as far as my health goes than I do right now. I like Iowa State. I like it a lot. They're laying 20. I just see dollar signs when I look at it. I see dollar signs when I look at this game. Especially the way that Ohio got smoked by Penn State last week, 46-10. Now, Iowa State's going to give up some more points than Penn State's defense did. However, Iowa State's offense is going to put up points. They win by well over 3 touchdowns here, folks. So, you want 2 free plays? At 11 o'clock, here you go. Iowa State, laying 20. All right? I must be sick because I'm giving away the farm. And you guys haven't really hit the thumbs up button. If you haven't done so yet, please do hit the thumbs up button. We greatly appreciate it when you do. If you want me to bring FC's ugly mug on, you better start hitting that thumbs up button and pump that thing up. And then we'll get him on the live show here shortly. Cal and Notre Dame. Notre Dame 0-2 on the year. Lost to Marshall 26-11. Are they going to ever notch a victory? All right? They lost to Ohio State 21-10 in week 1. They get the Cal Golden Bears today, who are 2-0 on the year. Go Cal, baby. Cal. Is Cal back? They beat UC Davis 34-13, and they beat UNLV 20-14. No, I'd say Cal ain't back. Notre Dame should win this game. However, they're laying 13. They're laying nearly 2 touchdowns. You've got to be up 2 touchdowns for Notre Dame to win. Cal starting off the year 2-0. Notre Dame 0-2 at home, laying 2 touchdowns. For all intents and purposes, this game should be a blowout by Notre Dame. However, I don't see it that way. I do lean towards Cal, and I do like the over of 41.5. So lean towards the dog, lean towards the over. All right, in this matchup. A 2:30 Eastern matchup, 11:30 Pacific. So this one starts in an hour and 10 minutes. So there's definitely some money to be made. On those 2 free plays. Georgia Southern, UAB. This one was a hard pass. I actually had a couple people text me, ask me what I thought of this one. And Georgia Southern, UAB, hard pass. UAB laying 12.5. Georgia Southern, I like the dog here, but the dog should lose. By how much? I don't know, so I decided to stay off of it. BYU and Oregon. Matchup between the 12th and the 25th ranked team. BYU, 2-0 on the year, 2 big wins, beating that top 10 ranked, 9th ranked Baylor last week. Oregon, 1-1 and still in the top 25. They smoked Eastern Washington 70-14 last week after getting smoked to Georgia in week 1, 49-3 in their embarrassing loss. Embarrassing the Pac-12. What to expect out of this one? Man, I go back and forth. But BYU's catching 3.5 on the road. Sadly, I like BYU, but I need the Pac-12. Being a USC fan, I need the Pac-12 to stay high up in the rankings. I need to root for Oregon to win. However, rooting doesn't make me any money. If I was betting on this game, and by the way, I'm going to give the full disclaimer, I am not. But if I was, I'd probably take BYU plus the points. But again, I'm staying off of it. Colorado and Minnesota. Colorado 0-2 on the year. Where did Colorado go? Because it sure hasn't been to the field. They lost to Air Force 41-10, and they lost to TCU 38-13. They've scored 23 points in the first 2 games. They get Minnesota, who's 2-0, for the Golden Gophers with a 62-10 victory over Western Illinois last week, as well as a 38-0 win over New Mexico State not long before that. As far as this one goes, and I mean, Minnesota beat them 30-0 last year. Laying 27.5 is a lot of points for Minnesota, but I couldn't put $1 on Colorado. I wouldn't take my enemy's money and put it on Colorado right now. Nope. So if you made me do it, it would be Minnesota or bust. What's going on, crypto? So for me, it'd be Minnesota and bust. Ole Miss and Georgia Tech. Ole Miss on the road, laying 17.5. 2-0. Georgia Tech 1-1, coming off their 35-17 victory over Western Carolina. They did lose to Clemson 41-10. Do I like Ole Miss on the road? I like them to win. Not a huge fan of them laying 17.5 on the road. I'm just not. They were at home. They got a big 59-3 victory over Central Arkansas. They were at home against Troy, where they barely won by 18 in week 1. Again, I do like Ole Miss, but I'm probably going to stay away from this one today. If I put it in a teaser and I got them down to like 10, I like Ole Miss laying 10 on the road. I don't like them laying 17 or 17.5 on the road. Vandy in Northern Illinois. I like Vandy here, folks. I like Vandy here. Vandy plus the points on the road, plus 2.5. Maybe buy it up, get them 3. Throw it in a teaser, maybe with Ole Miss. Take Vandy in a big teaser and, start getting them at plus 9.5 or plus 10, depending on where you get it at. All right. Duke and North Carolina A&T. Duke laying 25.5. I like Duke. Duke starting out the year 2-0. They got the job done for us last week, beating Northwestern 31-23. They beat Temple 30-0 in week 1. I like Duke laying the big points. They beat them, 45-17 last week. I think they get the job done in convincing fashion this week, and I think they blow them out. I really do. I think Duke blows them out. Akron and Tennessee. Tennessee laying 47.5 points against Akron, who's 1-1. They just got smoked 52-0 against Michigan State. What do I like in this one? I like Tennessee, but I don't ever like laying 47.5 points. I think that's a a lot of points. That is an extreme amount of points. Which, by the way, I'm not a fan of having to lay that. Now, maybe they win, maybe they blow them out, but again, I'm not a huge fan of it. I'm just not. I'm just not a huge fan of it. I think there's better bets. By the way, Guaranteed Saturday is 50% off today. It's only $75. Comes with the huge guarantee. Guaranteed to win, you get the next one free. UFC, you guys better go get it. UFC, you better go get it. $29.99 for the full fight card. $25 for the max fight pick. The 3x3 is up there, where you get 3 UFC pick packages, as well as 3 UFC max fight picks, all for one low price of $100, just one bill. And let's have some fun today, all right? We're going to take a short 2-minute break so I can go get some tissue and blow this snoz of mine. Excuse me. Hack it up a little. And then we're going to bring on the man, the myth, the legend himself, Dr. FC. And we'll see what kind of damage he's able to do for us as well. All right? But remember, I apologize in advance if he breaks your phone screen, iPad screen, computer screen, whatever it may be. I do apologize. All right? So we'll see you guys in 2 minutes. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back in 2 minutes.
Warning, this is not intended for one hater, but all haters. Haters make me famous. Haters make me famous. Haters make me famous. Haters make me famous.
Call it my battleground. I'm on that center stage where suckers be talking that, but not to my face. Making major moves while them haters prove nothing no harder you shine. You know them haters come by the dozen. All them haters that be talking about us, they be hating on our grind, cause you know we coming up. We be spending all the time on these rhymes and the clubs. You can't steal my shine, cause I'm prime, never mind. Cause fame and fortune be the only notion for them haters. Do many years in the game, so you know I paid my dues. No need for the fame, I'm taking names, so I know. And when Moshe blows up, I'm emailing all them.
Haters make me famous.
What the haters know about that Moshe music? Haters.
Haters make me famous.
I do this 25/8 pain and sweat on these tracks, haters.
Haters. Haters make me famous.
I have no dinner table, my studio is the kitchen. Haters.
Haters make me famous.
I got a degree on my wall, so it says I know what I'm doing. Haters.
Haters.
I dust off them haters, and then I take a pause. It's a shame that this game got us all so involved. They flapping their jaws, and they grinding their teeth. Everybody fighting for the microphone on my beats. See my and my word is all I have. Call me Tony Montana on this label that I have. Having anger towards everyone, reaching success. Haters coming. And
What's going on, everybody?
Number one prospect. I work real
Welcome
hard.
back.
It gets some respect. 24 hours on the beats.
Oh, yeah.
The internet, we fighting like some.
Get that shit out of the ears. Who's ready for the ugly mug? Who's ready for some UFC? First of all, Aaron says thoughts on Texas. See a lot of people taking UTSA. I can't get there. Either can I. It would be Texas or bust. Longhorns up, right? Texas or bust, baby. And I'm not a Longhorns fan, but I'm not a Coach Sark fan. But I mean, he came from the Pac-12. He coached USC, so I got to give him some love there. All right, the man, the myth, the legend. You might have to call him the ugly man, myth and legend. I can only say that because he's remote. Oh, take off the glasses. Take off the glasses. Let everybody see them eyes. He can't hear you guys yet. He doesn't know he's not on the screen yet. He thinks he is. Oh, now he's taking the glasses. You can put the glasses back on. You can take them off. This is actually going to be fun. Just wait. Can you imagine when this guy's sitting next to me and it's like left turn Clyde? Mm-hmm. All right, I don't know what ear the audio is going to be in. 1 second. Let's play some music and let's see before we bring him on.
Warning.
All right. It'll be in the left ear. I don't even know if I'll be able to hear him or not, so hopefully we can. Everybody give a warm welcome. He's finally showing his ugly mug. It just took 16 years of twisting his arm. But here he is. Whoa. Can we hear you? Hello. Testing 1, 2, 3. Try again. No. No audio on your end there, old buddy. There is no audio from FC. So bear with us, folks, while we test this out. Keep talking if you can try, and I'll just start adjusting it. See if oh, he gone. All right, give him a second. He'll log back on, and we will get him back on the show. All right, try talking if you're there. No? You guys can see him. Can you hear us? All right, give us another 2 minutes. Let me adjust the settings, and I do apologize, but 2 minutes. We'll be right back. Or 3 minutes, and we'll get this figured out. We'll get the settings all figured out. So we'll be right back in 3 minutes, and we'll let him log in from a different device, and then we'll figure this out. We'll get him on so he can talk, all right? One way or another, we'll get him on. We'll see you guys in just a minute. All right, we're back. We're going to try it again. We do apologize. Technical difficulties, trying to bring him on remote. But let's see if we can get him on. Let's see if we can get on the ugly mug. So let's try this again and see what we can do. All right? So bear with us. If it doesn't work, we'll try something else, and he'll log in from his phone or whatever the case may be. All right. But I forgot what ear is supposed to have the sound, so.
Warning. This is not intended for one hater, but all haters.
All right. This one. All right. So let's see if we can get him on, and we'll have some fun. One day we'll figure this out. All right, everybody, welcome back to FC. Can you hear us? We can hear him. Try again. No audio from you there, Dingledorf. No audio. So try logging in on your phone, and that'll pick it up. All right. Safari, Chrome. Might have to download a browser, but it'll work. Let's see here. I'm trying to see if there's a way to, for some reason, it's not picking up your audio. So log off of that and then try logging in on your phone. All right? That'll be the only way to try and get it done. So hop on it. There you go. All right, so when he comes back, we will bring him back on. He's trying to do it off his laptop, but whatever he gets fixed, we'll keep trying. But there you guys go. You saw his ugly mug. He's actually a real person. So now all you haters out there know it ain't me picking the UFC, all right? Pac says this is huge. It's going to be huge. And once his ugly mug shows back up, we'll bring him back on. We're going to get this figured out, all right? One way or another, we're going to get this figured out. It really shouldn't be that hard. It should not be that hard, so we probably should have played around with it a little bit beforehand, but we didn't have time with me being sick, so we figured we would do what we needed to do and test it out. Live with you guys being our guinea pigs. I mean, I'm going to test it out on my phone. I mean, hell, I might bring you guys on. If he can't figure it out, I might just bring one of you guys on. I mean, you guys got to be better looking than old FC, so. I thought I emailed myself the link, but I guess not. Oh, there it is. Think. Nope. Oh, that wasn't it. Weird, I'm not getting it. We'll wait for him to log back on, and then I'll bring one of you guys on, one of the two. Which one of you guys want to come on the live show? You could see me in the UFC ring, getting my ass handed to me. That's a hard pass. All right, so I'm going to test it from my phone. Try an updated version of Chrome, Firefox, or Safari. Oh, it's because I need to update my phone. That's why. Got to have the most updated version. Give me 1 second, folks. I'm trying to help him out because he just got the same error that I did, but I don't think he's as tech savvy. See if we can't log in here. Primetime Yoke, what's going on, man? The only problem is if we brought on the wrong individual and they said the wrong thing, we jeopardize our obviously streaming live on YouTube. Streaming at all on YouTube. All right, let's try Firefox. See if it works on my phone. Sorry, this browser isn't supported. Try to update. It is the most updated. Let's try Chrome. Same thing. Weird. Thank you. Fixed it. All right, we might try his computer one more time. In one way or another, we're going to figure this out. If we got to go live later today or live tomorrow, whatever the case may be. Can anybody read lips, right? We need to start reading lips. Read his lips. And sadly, it's probably on my end. Let's see here. Oh, shit. Hey. All right. He'll be back on here in just a minute, and then I think I figured it out. All right, so we'll be prepared for him. As soon as he's on, we'll get this show on the road. Oh, yeah. I don't know about you guys, but I'm ready. Excuse me. Don't mean to cough in your guys' ear. All right. So, FC, try talking. If you could hear me, try again.
Okay, it's working.
Try talking a little louder there, FC. Because it's on our side.
Hear me at all now? Okay, it's on my side.
Whoa! We got him,
Hello,
but I got to
hello,
figure out how to get it in
hello.
my headset, or else we're going to have a really
Hello,
bad
hello.
delay and double echo. So bear with me just a second, okay, guys?
All right.
Now we got to figure out how to get it in my headset.
Sorry, that was crazy. You got my lighting all off now. It's throwing my phone everywhere. My computer over here. Jeez.
All right, in order for me to be able to hear him and not have a huge double echo, we're going to have to figure out this. It's like two rookies, you know, trying to figure this out, but we'll get it. One way or another. So that is going to here.
This angle is horrible.
Who knows? It's like two untechnical savvy individuals trying to figure something out for the first time. But I promise you folks, when we actually nail it, it's going to be pretty fucking cool.
Dude, I have no idea what I'm doing.
Me bringing you on, I have no idea either. Now, out of curiosity for the people in the live chat, can you guys hear me and him chit-chatting back and forth? And is there an overlay? Is there a double echo? Do you guys hear me talking twice in the background? Do you hear him talking twice in the background? What do you guys hear? Post in the comment section. Because I can hear myself, not even through this, because I don't even know what the fuck that's doing. I can hear everything from him and me, and you guys as well. I hear what you guys are doing. So, hey, Ronald, put that thing away, okay? Chido says yes. Yes, you hear a double echo, or yes, it's good. All good? Okay, well, I don't know if there's going to be a delay between me and you, old FC, so we'll try and not talk over each other. But everybody, let's give FC a very welcome and Cap Nation Cap Nation form.
No, thanks. Okay. Thanks. Thank you. I appreciate it.
One more flush of the shit down the toilet. All right, so as you guys know, he's came on, over the last year or so. He's came on by calling in. He was always afraid that you guys wouldn't accept his looks. The fact that he weighs about 360.
That's not it at all, actually.
All right, so we've got a very big delay because we're talking over each other, so we got to figure this part out. But yeah, he was worried you guys wouldn't accept his looks. It wouldn't accept him being who he is, and that's, this guy, as you guys can see. I figured, it's all good. So, nonetheless, everybody welcome on board. What do we got in store? Rather than us, chit-chatting back and forth, tell us about the card today, UFC 60, happening in Vegas here in just a little bit. And since I'm not feeling good, I'm going to sip a little coffee. I'm going to text my mother while you tell everybody about what to expect out of the UFC today and why they should get on your fight card today. Ready, set, go.
All right. So today you should expect winners. That's what you should expect. I have honed in on this card. So for the past, I don't know, we've had a 14-week run of just wins. We had max fight pick wins. We were winning a ton. So we had a little bit of a break, and now we're back at it. And so, how's your mom? Is she okay?
My mother-in-law?
Yeah, your mother-in-law. Everything good?
She's recovering in the hospital from a double lung transplant. Every day is a new day. Every day is a long day.
Gotcha, man. Well, I'm sorry. I'm sorry you're feeling sick. I just got off of being extraordinarily sick, like stupid sick. I've never been sick like this before. So we moved cross country I'm 10 minutes down from the studio, but I have been sick for the past 3 weeks, like crazy. My whole household, my daughter, she goes to high school here, crazy sick. And then Kyle gets sick. So we said, forget it. We're going to set it up remotely, and that's how we're going to do it. So we're going to do it a remote way. And when I can get in the office and do lives there, we're going to do it there as well. So this isn't going to be the new
I know how I got sick.
That I run, but
I know how I got sick. You came in the office. You said hello to the girls in the office. They got sick from you, and then I came in and I got sick from them. So, thanks, dick.
You're welcome. No. Dude, this thing is horrible. Like, I don't know how you're even talking right now. I feel bad. I feel bad for you. I feel bad for everyone here, but you guys, so face reveal, obviously you see it. You're going to see me in studio more often. I don't sell UFC. UFC sells itself. We're constantly winning. All right. Good stuff. We're constantly winning. Okay. That doesn't end, does it? Wow. No, but we're constantly winning. I mean, every card is different. You guys have heard me talk about philosophy and what we do when we do UFC. Some people are, when they cap UFC, they're narrative based. They look for injuries. They look into every interview. And there's some people that are straight tape based, and they just look at the tape and what someone's done over the past, I don't know, last 3 fights. What we do is we get to talk to the fighters. We get to know their camps intimately. We know their coaches, and we talk to them. So some of our stuff may be narrative based. We may have information about an injury. I won't necessarily put it in the write up, but that's the insider information is what you pay for here. So with this card, I feel really good about this card. I think we've nailed it. It's funny because I have clients emailing me and being like, so close. We were so close from sweeping that card. Literally, we've almost swept. We had a 14 card run. There were probably like 4 cards that we almost swept. But I try to tell them we're taking plus 300s. There's moments where we're taking shots on a dog that shouldn't be that big of a dog, yet we may end up losing that one. But what you don't know about is on that same card, we ended up hitting 200, plus 250s, plus another plus 300. So we haven't necessarily swept, but it's coming. I feel really good about this card. We may end up sweeping this card. I may end up regretting saying that. When you feel good, you got to say you feel good, right? So I feel good about this card. You got any questions about it?
Yeah, tell us about Aspen Lad and what happened
You want
there.
something free? Oh,
Not yet.
I don't want to know what happened there. So,
Because
gotcha.
that
Aspen
fight
Lad,
is off.
Obviously, yeah, that fight is off, and I don't blame. So what you guys know, and by the way, fingers, this whole shit with the Dr. Nine Fingers bullshit can go away. Besides the point. So
hold on, don't put them up there. Leave them up there. Let us count them.
They're all there, and they're humongous. I'm 6'3", by the way. I don't know. That's why he doesn't want me to sit next to him.
Hey, that pinky looks
I'm
a little short.
compared to him.
Your watch hand
No,
pinky looks a little short.
Yeah, you know which one I cut. But needless to say, so going back to this card and what's going on with Aspen Ladd, let's just say her boyfriend is her coach, and Aspen Ladd isn't above trying to win this fight by any means necessary. And so McMahon caught wind of this before. And so Sarah McMahon pretty much told her team that if there was anything that came down to the weight cut, if she was a half pound off, they weren't going to take the fight because they think she's cheating. And so I'm sure you can go look everywhere where Sarah McMahon is calling Aspen Ladd practically a cheater, saying that if you cheat. And I sort of feel her, because when I was a sports agent, so right out of law school, I became a sports agent. And I went to the University of Tennessee. So you guys know the University of Tennessee College of Law. I graduated from there, and I worked for the University of Tennessee compliance department there. But then after that, I said, look, all these athletes are being either taken advantage of or they don't realize how to negotiate contracts. So then I got into the sports agent side of it. And so I got into the MMA side of it. And I've run into fighters negotiating with fighters and them missing weight on purpose, them ducking blood tests so that you can't tell if they're juicing or not. There's so many things behind the scenes that no one knows about that fighters do come in heavy on purpose in order to cheat. That is a possibility. Some fighters don't do that at all, but there are those that do that. I've run into it myself. And it's up to the other fighter to stand up and say, no, I'm not taking this fight. That fighter obviously has an advantage. So I commend Sarah McMahon for what she did. She's 41 years old. I mean, every fight camp for her is, I mean, she's got to win. So she wasn't about to take it. The UFC's pretty pissed. And so it turns a 14 fight card into a 13 fight card just like that. So that is what it is, man.
Well, it's unfortunate for her having to have a full fight camp and then have to bow out at the very last second. But hey, you got to do what you got to do, and fighting against a cheater is never any fun. So, I think we probably should talk about, a couple fights. Let us talk about which one I had one picked out here. Hold on one second. Let's see. Which one did I want to talk about? We talked about the Aspen Lad. Let's talk about that Ogden fight, the Trey Ogden fight. What do you know about that one?
Ooh, actually, I like. Well, Trey Ogden's he's a little bit older. He got signed into the UFC. He's more of a grappler. He got signed because he went on a really good streak, and so he just got finished being dominated by a fighter that I don't necessarily grade as UFC level. So I think there's some recency bias there. But Trey Ogden's he's been training really hard for this camp. He looks good, but when it comes down to it, he's fighting a newcomer in Daniel, and I like Daniel a lot. I like Daniel striking. I think Daniel's smooth. I think Daniel where Trey Ogden excels is on the ground, and I think Daniel can match him there. And at the same time, I think the kicks of Daniel is going to be a problem. So I actually really like Daniel in that fight. Let me see what I have here. Let me see if I can give any. I might have something on this fight in the write-up. Give me 1 second. Let me see, because I know I liked, because some of the stuff that my notes there are based upon me talking to fighters and me talking to camp. So I have him. He told me he's going to win by submission at plus 1,000. So I have Daniel Suver possibly winning by submission, which I find to be a little bit out there, but that's what he wants. That's what he can get it. When it comes down to other parts of this fight, I like Daniel straight up in certain parlays. I have him in one of my parlays. I'll let you guys know right now. I have him, and then I have the Loma Lukbumi fight goes to decision. So I have a minus 250 and a minus 330, and it comes out to like the minus 122, something like that. So I have a couple units on that, just me personally. But for you guys, I'll give you guys a special one. This one didn't make the card, and I'll tell you why. At the same time, I want to give you guys something. So one of my favorite fights on this card, and one of the people that I almost consider a lock, and I almost we almost did a few things, we talked about it, was Loma Lukbumi, and I think she wins this fight. She was lined at a minus 200. She went down to a minus 190. And she's now sitting around like minus 195 or something like that. That's pretty chalky. Not necessarily for UFC standards, but for most people, that's pretty chalky. So what I did was I took her, and then I parlayed her with Joseph Pfeiffer, and he's minus 570. I think he dominates this fight. I think we have a bet on this fight. I think he wins this fight easily. So it's up to the Loma side to win. And Loma was training for an opponent for this fight. And the thing about Loma is the reason why the line is moving on her back and forth is because she's a traditional Thai boxer, and Loma's always struggled with people that are going to move forward, with people that are going to bring her the fight. She's always struggled with that. She's always that pressure. She has a word. Her translators have a word that she has to reset when she gets pushed back and her feet get tangled or they're not in the right spot. If you see her fighting a pressure fighter, you'll see her having to reset constantly. That causes her to end up losing those fights. For this fight, though, I saw training footage of her and Wiley Jin going at it. And Wiley in this camp really pushed Loma to a level that was like, this is what you may experience by someone who's better than you. I'm going to push you there. So I got to watch Wiley push her. I think she's ready for this fight. I think she wins this fight. I think she's going to put a whole MMA game together. I think she looks for takedowns. She's a little bit smaller. This girl that she's fighting is a fighter. We're talking about a fighter. A girl that will be losing the fight, and in the last 10 seconds, or just a wing, a right hook, and knock you out, right? That's who she's fighting. But she has a very good game plan. She's going to be smart. She's going to take this down. I think this goes to decision. I have that parlayed in a few things, but I love her. I love her straight up at 190. You can get her minus 190. I like her there. If you want to, like I said, if you want a better price, I would parlay her with Pfeiffer. I really like Pfeiffer in this matchup. So I have a lot of money on that parlay. I'm letting you guys know right now. In the write-up, I even put at the end something like, this is the parlay that if I had to put a lot of money on, this would be a good parlay to put a lot of money on. So that's what I like. That's the big free play for you guys, and I hope it hits. I'm really I'm really focusing on the Loma side more than the Pfeiffer side because I don't mind that 190. But really, realistically, if we're gonna lose, that's where it'll be. It'll be on her side. It won't be on the Pfeiffer side. Is what I'm expecting. So there you go.
And what was that parlay again? Can you say it a little slower one more time for everybody that's listening?
Okay, I'll pull up the line right here. So 2-team parlay. So it would be Loma Lukbumi at she's minus 195. And parlay her with Joseph Pfeiffer, and he's minus 570. Together, that brings it to like a minus 130. So that's more reasonable for people that aren't used to betting UFC, but and so that's why we put it together. But you can straight up Loma. I like her a lot. I like her by decision. She's been practicing a few submissions. And this girl that she's fighting just fought recently. So we can't count out whether or not she's going to be gassed in the third and whether Loma's going to throw up some kind of a Hail Mary thing that she just learned last week. It happens all the time. So I didn't necessarily go Loma by decision, but I do like that. I do like Loma by decision. But yeah, that's the parlay that I think hits. I only see my ugly mug on screen now. I hope I didn't disappoint you guys with this.
I was working on this on the side back here while I'm being quiet. So I don't hope you think that you're getting off that easy. Let's talk about the Trevin Giles fight.
Oh no. Oh no.
Hold on,
right,
though.
cool.
Disclaimer: without giving away, because I don't want you to give away the full fight card because obviously these guys got to go buy it and get on the full fight card. But let's talk about the Trevin Giles fight and what can we expect out of that one? Just give us a little sneak peek.
Man, this one was hard to get into because with talking to Trevin Giles, he obviously went down a weight class because he felt like he wasn't taking it serious. He's a police officer and he wanted to take it more seriously. He wasn't training the best way. So he ended up going down a weight class and getting knocked out. So he followed getting knocked out by dropping weight and getting knocked out again. And that was in his last fight. He's expecting to come out and show the world that that isn't the fighter that he is. He isn't weak of chin, as he likes to put it. But so he's coming in down a weight class, but he's fighting Louis Kosi. Now, Louis, if you remember, Louis fought Sasha Palatnikov in this was a couple of years ago. And Louis was supposed to dominate that fight. I mean, Dana, I remember talking to Dana, sitting right next to him and talking to him about this Louis kid and his brother. And Dana was gushing about him. Just, he's a finisher. This is going to end in the first round. I ended up putting a bet out there, like the under 1.5 in that fight. We ended up losing it because Sasha ended up taking all the punishment that Louis doled out at the beginning. He got hurt a few times, but he came on strong. And we found out that Louis has pretty much a bad gas tank. In this fight, I expect Louis Kosi to move forward. He's hungry. He's seen his brother. He's trained with his brother. He's seen his brother have success. And so he's really motivated. I think he comes out here and tries to put Trevin Giles out early. I think Trevin Giles already anticipates this. And what his game plan is to try to stick to the outside counters and then bring it in. And he honestly thinks he can out-wrestle Louis Kosi. I don't think he can. This is a 50-50 fight, and for it to be the way it is, lined the way it is, I think is a little incorrect. I think Giles is going to come in here and do his best, and I think Kosi's going to try to fire. If Kosi doesn't get him out in the first round, a live bet on Giles is probably something that I would look into, because what you're looking at is Kosi blowing his load, so to speak, in the first half of the fight. And for odds makers, they usually look at that, and that if let's say the first round may end up being like a 10-8 round, Louis Kosi. So at that point, knowing that Louis is a gasser, I would be looking at his face and seeing, is he breathing heavy? Are the announcers saying, man, Louis is breathing crazy coming out? If that's the case, then maybe live bet Trevin Giles, because if he survived that first round, that means he's on tonight. He's the weirdest fighter, man. Like, I've seen him take crazy shots in the gym, and then he just got put out his last 2 fights. And He's been hurt before, and I've seen him get hit by harder shots in different locations, and him not even flinch. So there's a button that if you press on Trevin Giles, that's the risk you run if you're going to bet him. But I actually do like him in here. I do think he ends up winning it. I think just Lewis is going to make it super sweaty and super close. We don't have a bet on this fight, but I did like some of the overs because I do expect Giles to come in, and I like the over 0.5 or something when I was looking at it, and the over around. But yeah, in the end, I ended up, after talking with Lewis, I ended up saying we're just going to stay off of this fight totally because Lewis is going to come out like a bat out of hell. And I don't know if Giles can handle the pressure anymore. I don't know if he can take the shot. I can't count Lewis out on hitting Giles on that button. So I think this fight is going to be a good fight. Just sit back and watch it. We have a stay away recommendation on it, but I'm telling you guys, every write-up, I always put something in there that if you are an MMA fan and you are watching MMA, actively watching it, you should have either my write-up up or have knowledge of like what I had said, and then go into it. I mean, we have people putting, we had Julian Erosa at one point by submission. Last week, I said I like Julian Erosa by knockout. And I mean, I like Julian Erosa all over the place. And he ended up winning as a huge underdog. And so I remember, just for instance, on the write-ups. So it was two fights ago. It was Juliana Pena and it was Amanda Nunes. And in the write-up, we stayed away from it. But in the write-up, I put, bet Juliana Pena. The reason being is because we knew Amanda Nunes' camp was in chaos for that fight. We knew she didn't prepare. We knew she didn't do the road work. We had heard all different things, and Amanda was just like, I'm the GOAT. I'm the champ. I'll come out here. I'm going to blow this girl out the water. I showed you my ticket. I cashed a plus 900 on Pena. The second fight, I had one of the biggest bets I ever had on Amanda Nunes. Reason being is we knew what was going on in that camp. It was like a minus 230 at the time when I bet it, and it had jumped up to minus 250. And I know clients like really hate that, but I put on there that if you could put your mortgage on Amanda Nunes for this fight, I know she just lost, but if you can put your this is the one. This is the one. And she dominated that fight. She made it look easy. And we knew that what she was doing for that camp. We knew that she had prepared properly. We knew that Pena had prepared properly as well, and there's this certain thing, like you're going to see with Leon Edwards. When a champ becomes a champ, they get a bit more money, and they begin to invest in their career a little bit more. And so you start seeing them train at these different locations. And that's why you see people like John Jones, he's very talented, but you see people like John Jones could hold their belt for a very long time, or you see these Volkanovski hold his belt for a very long time because that's what he does. He got that money. Right? He started training other places. Doors open up for you. Certain training equipment that maybe like for recovery reasons start coming your way when you're champ. So we knew that coming in that Juliana Pena had upped her game, but we knew it wasn't going to be nearly on the level of Amanda Nunes. So that's what you get with our write-ups. It's just you're getting really great information. I talk to every fighter. I talk to every camp. I keep that relationship open. That's why you didn't see my face for the longest time. I thought I was going to, by showing my face, I thought I was going to kill those relationships. Well, it didn't. When I started coming on a live show about a year ago, it didn't. So what did? We said, let's do this thing. So Cappers Direct was kind enough to allow me to hire people to now travel for me. And now I'm here so we can do the live shows and we can provide you guys some really good content. So that's what I look forward to doing, and I'm telling you guys, support me, support Cappers Direct, get on this card, get on this Max Fight Pick, get on the guaranteed Saturday play. Tomorrow we're going to have a great play. I mean, the whole company is it's growing. It's shooting to the moon, and you guys just come on for the ride. You guys are going to have a good time. Did I lose Kyle?
Well, there it is, the man, the myth, the legend himself, Dr. FC, finally.
Mr. 10 Fingers.
9 digits is better. You could have really played it off and just been like,
I know, right?
Hey guys, what's going on? Something weird. You could have done it for everybody. You could have lived up the hype. Now, now they're not going to believe our stories of, you getting knocked out and you having 9 fingers. It was fun while it lasted, at least. But hey, Dr. FC in the house, on the show, on the program.
Yeah.
He's going to be on a lot more often. I don't know if I really want him sitting next to me, all the time. So, we might have to break him in slowly. He's kind of intimidating. He's like 360 fucking pounds. All right, he's a big boy. He's like
that's like 350.
Derek Lewis times 1.25.
No.
All right, he's a big boy. There's not enough room right next to me, not yet. They're gonna have to widen this area out to fit him next to me because we're gonna make it happen. But one way or another, we're gonna make it happen. But yeah, it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be a great time. And we're going to have some new things in the works that we can't tell you about. We'll start teasing you guys a little bit. But I can promise you'll probably start seeing that ugly mug that's in the bottom right-hand corner of your screen. You'll probably see that a lot more in the very near future now that he's not afraid to come on. Is that correct?
Yeah, buddy, you got it. I'm going to be coming on more often. This is fun. This is going to be really great content. We have a lot of good things planned. No one knows but us and the company. And if we can just get healthy, and we would be in the same room, but for some odd reason we can't get healthy we can't get on the same page with it. And I don't want to jeopardize my family, and I would hate for your family to get sick because of me. I love your family. I don't want anything to happen to them. So, we're going to figure it out. This remote thing is going to work, and we'll get in the studio.
Unfortunately, we keep. It keeps going back and forth to the office. If we could just, what it is? We just need to keep everybody out of the fucking office and just let us be here. If they go back and, maybe we make them work remotely. I mean, fuck, they're just admin girls, and Jay's, Jay, yeah, we'll leave it at that. He could send his emails from home, We're going to send them remotely. That way we don't get sick anymore. I'm tired of being healthy, coming in and getting sick. And then finding out it was because of somebody else in the office. But that is definitely something we could fix. Pax says there's not enough room for all that capping talent in one place. We've got a lot of guys here. We could bring on some of the other guys too. But then they hated what we started with YouTube, and they can keep hating even though they're regretting it because they wish they were on it. But they can push our ass. But yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun. Going to be a lot of cool things in the works. A lot of stuff, like you said, that people don't know about. Who knows? Maybe we'll even see your ugly mug live on a show here in the near future, on your own show, or maybe an MMA show we'll try out. We'll do some fun stuff. It's all going to start here within the next week or so. We're going to start implementing some things. Times may be changing. We might be trying this, trying that, to try and see what works best for everybody, including the viewers. And we're going to have a lot of fun. So we do appreciate you coming on, FC. Glad to have you. Glad to have you dropping the knowledge. Thank you for giving everybody that great parlay that we all know is going to cash. So let's give FC one more warm Cap Nation welcome. Glad to have him on the program.
Can't wait till I get a soundboard. You're fucked at that point.
You're not allowed a soundboard. Definitely not.
All right, man.
Well, we appreciate you coming on, brother.
Buy the card.
And we will get you back on live here shortly. And for everybody that did tune in, if you haven't done so, give us a big thumbs up on the way out the door. Make sure you go to cappersdirect.com, click on that UFC tab, grab the UFC package. It's $29.99 for his full fight card, $25 for the max fight pick. Even better than that, the 3x3 special. You get 3 UFC fight cards, 3 max fight picks, as well as for $100 you get the 3 and the 3x3 for $100. And let's have some fun. So if you're not on board for Guaranteed Saturday, get on board. That's going to be a good time. You got till 7 p.m. Eastern time to get on board. So you got almost 5 hours. And if you guys are looking for one monster win, there you go. All right, guys, thanks for everybody tuning in. I will be live tomorrow. I'm going to be live from L.A. I'll be in L.A. I don't know what hotel I'm staying at yet. Probably the Hyatt Regency there by LAX. It's close to the airport. But I'll be at the Rams game tomorrow. So if you're going to be at the Rams game and you're going to be there tailgating a little bit early, I will try and meet up. Send me a text message. That way we can try and coordinate before I meet up with the people that I'm meeting up with. So we'll have some fun. Please wager responsibly today, and we will catch everybody live tomorrow. We're going to be live at 8 a.m. on the West Coast. Actually, let's move it a little bit early tomorrow. Let's move it to 7 a.m. on the West Coast, even though it's a long run before the NFL starts. But I know I have an important breakfast meeting tomorrow as well. So let's go live at 7 a.m. Pacific time, 10 a.m. Eastern time for the NFL show tomorrow. We'll have some fun. I'll be live from the hotel somewhere in downtown LA, and we'll do what we do. We'll make everybody some money. So enjoy all those free plays that I put out. Enjoy that free parlay that FC put out. You need something else, go watch daily free play video. If not, we will see you guys all live. And again, I can't emphasize this enough. Haters make us famous, and wager